I don't know if folks are looking around, seeing what's happening to their neighborhoods in D.C. and Maryland. We're going to talk more about gentrification, but I want to talk to you about getting your financial house in order, financial education services. And this is a business I've been doing for a little over 2 years, because I think that once we learn how to manage our money, once we learn the power of those extra dollars and cents that we're spending in interest, we'll have a better handle on our financial future within 3 to 5 years. Now, I market credit restoration services because the overwhelming majority of the folks in the Black community are in trouble with their credit. I know that at one point in history, if you will, cash was king. If you had cash, you'd be in good shape. But now cash does not make a difference. As a matter of fact, sometime last May, I went to rent a car and I didn't want to put it on my credit card. They told me, they didn't take cash. And there are a lot of businesses across the country who operate with that. So you've got to get your credit in order. Now, as I said, there was a time when cash was king and the highest FICO score that you could get was 750. Now, that is no longer the case. The highest FICO score you can get is 850. And ladies and gentlemen, the lower your credit score is, the more money you're going to pay out always. If you have a credit card and it's like $1,000, if you got a 500 to 650 credit score, you're going to be paying like 23 cents on the dollar.
Right.
Now, again, I really would, this is just so near and dear to my heart. I really feel like it's a ministry. Because, folks, if you could put that extra interest in a bank account over a short period of time, and I say a short period of time is 3 to 5 years, you could have hundreds, even thousands of dollars in your account. But I think that our community is so microwave. We want everything like right now.
Right.
And the biggest thing you have to be in life, if you want to get your house in order, financial or otherwise, is to have some patience. Now, I've been operating a home-based business since 1999. And a lot of folks think that when they get to these, they go to a presentation and it sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme. And they really are not. It is a get secure sure scheme, especially if you have residual income attached to it. Now, a lot of people don't even know the benefits of having your own business. Not only do you make money, saving money in my business with getting your credit score straight, you can make money up front and residually. Now, I don't know, for me, I'm in a service-based business because I will not do a business that does not benefit the folks in my community. But there are other businesses out here. If you want to take an inventory business, that's perfectly fine too. You're spending, but you're going to have to spend some money to make money. I don't care what business you do. And I want you to know that any business will work if you work it. I know for me, I have office hours. And most of you, because you have a home-based business, don't think about things like that. Even if it's, from 5 to 6, if it's 5 hours a week, 1 hour a day, have some office hours and be committed to those office hours. Make your phone calls, get your information out there. Never be a secret agent. If nobody knows you're doing a business, you're not in business.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Another thing that I think is gospel, and again, I don't care what business you're doing, get a planner. Sit it in your car, if you have an office at home, or your kitchen table or dining room table. Make sure you have that planner wherever you're doing business and note what you do. A planner will hold up in an audit. Now, if you want to be successful at your business, these are 2 must-do things. Be serious about what you're doing and have that planner. Another thing that you want to do in business, is, take the music off of your cell phone message, people, and put a message on there identifying yourself and whatever contact information you want to leave on there. Mm-hmm. That too will hold up in an audit, because then your cell phone turns from a bill into a business expense, and that too will hold up in an audit. If you whatever portion of your house that you use for business, no, you don't have to sit at your dining room table every day, all day, or in that 1 hour, but that square footage is can be used as your office space in your home. So find that out. Find out that percentage, whether you're renting or you're buying. Find out that percentage, and that space is deductible as your office space on your taxes. If you live in a home and you're paying a mortgage, whatever maintenance you do, if you have somebody to cut the grass, because you got to keep your office pretty, right?
Right.
Yeah, you hold those receipts. Write them a check, get a receipt. If you give them money, get a receipt. Hold those things. Those things are all business expenses. If you entertain in your home, you go to Safeway and buy some chicken and fry it up. Keep that receipt. It's a little thing, but again, if you watch your pennies, you don't never have to worry about your dollars. Your mileage. A lot of people will hold gas receipts. Mm-hmm. Cost me no. $50 may fill up my tank, but my tank goes 300 miles. Now, just do the math on that. The government is going to give you 54 cents per mile.
Oh, wow.
Multiply that times 300 and see if that $50 is going to outweigh that. I think it's $150 if my math is reasonably correct. But be that as it may, you go to these sessions, people will tell you, hey, you get 300 tax benefits or whatever the number is. You got to know, but nobody ever tells you what it is. I'm telling you what they are. If you do postage, if you're in the inventory business, then stuff is shipped to your house, and you're probably doing a lot of shipping out. Again, that's not for me, but it may be for you. Keep track of that stuff, and you can even write it down in your planner. Again,
that's what I was going to planner.
That will hold up in an audit. Ask me how I know, because in the 1980s, when I was just getting introduced to network marketing business, I was audited probably every year. But I did not know then what I know now.
Right.
So, folks, pay attention to this information. Write down my number, 301-641-9545, because I don't care what business you're doing. I can certainly show you how to maximize and be successful in it. And I'm here to tell you that you can make a substantial amount of money from home. Because I know for me, a bad month for me working my business part-time was $4,000.
Wow.
The best month I had was close to $12,000. So it can be done, but just like life, whatever.
That's in the house.
Yeah, that's in the house.
Yeah.
That's taking care of my husband, cooking, taking a nap, looking at stories in the middle of the day, that kind of thing. But again, I have a schedule. I budget an hour and a half to look at stories in the middle of the day.
Right.
But you have to stick to your schedule. You got to be serious about what you are doing. And even now with my financial education services, my office hours are from 4 to 10 because people get off from work at that particular point in time. And from my office, which is in my house, one of my offices is in my house, from 4 to 5, I got 5 grandchildren doing homework, but I can still make phone calls during that time.
Wow.
I can still receive phone calls during that time. But you have to be serious about what you're doing. You have to set goals income goals, because any business person will tell you, if small businesses fail within the first 5 years, but you're going to put more work in up front, especially if you're working a business that has a residual income attached to it. You're going to put the work in up front so you can coast on the back end. But know what you want to do. Get serious about what you're doing. And especially in this political climate, I don't understand why everybody doesn't have a home-based business for real. Because if the government is going to give you the same benefits that they're going to give IBM, Pepco, and Xerox, why wouldn't you take advantage of that?
Of it. That's the truth.
Why wouldn't you do it?
That's the truth. Yeah.
So, and all the government asks of you is to attempt to make a profit. And they give you 5 years to do that. Now that I know what I know, I'm never going to be caught without a home-based business because it's just not smart. So with that, I'm going to turn the mic over to you, Mr. Phil. And again, I thank you for your time. My time is up.
But I just had a quick question, though.
All righty, sir.
What's the best way to plan? Because that's my problem. I mean, I think it's just my time management. Even getting up earlier, and trying to really get things done. But it's always, kind of rushing. Kind of trying to cramp everything and get everything done. So what's the best way to sit down and plan?
Okay, here's how I started it. Every day, take about 15 minutes at the front of the day and make a list of things that you need to do that day. If it's going to the grocery store, if it's stopping by to see your mom, just make that list. At the end of the day, if you can check off one thing, that'll start your psyche in being successful. You have accomplished something during the course of the day. You have to condition yourself for that. Now, I know for me, it took me about 6 months to do that, where I would get in the habit of writing down, checking off things. And at the beginning, I would say within the first 60, 90 days, I was getting like 2 or 3 things done. But now, if I put 12 things on my list, I can get them done. Because I have conditioned my mind to get those things. But you got to start a habit. Do it for 21 days. On day number 22, it'll seem like it's just part of your ritual. But you got to make yourself do stuff. It's easy to do, but it's easy not to do.
Just turn it into an everyday routine.
Turn it into a habit. Absolutely. And if you don't want to take the 15 minutes in the morning, take 15 minutes the night before. Get up and review your list in the morning over your cup of coffee or whatever you do in the morning. And then get busy about being about your business.
Wow. Some good advice, Ms. Angela.
Any more questions, Mr. Phil?
That's it. I think that sums it up. Any questions? Anybody out there? Any questions? It's free. You better get it.
You better get it.
You better get it.
Okay. Or you're going to have to wait till next Saturday. Okay.
Right,
the biggest thing is making a decision to do it.
Right.
And most of us don't like to make decisions. It's kind of like, and again, we'll talk about gentrification and this impact that it has on next week. But I mean, everybody knows that they are born to die.
Right.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
You can get away. You can get away with anything else, but you ain't gonna get away from the Creator. When He says, when your time card is punched, it's a wrap. Most of us don't know what to do with that dash in the middle, and that's a big thing that I appreciate about you. You are doing something with your dash in the middle.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Heard it first right here on Phocuz Radio. That was the business segment. And like Black Rose said, if you missed it, now you got to get it next week. Angela Taylor on Facebook. She always provides her phone number for you all. And also, I want to say, FES